My name is Eleanor Mayfield, and I'm 88 years old. I live in a small clapboard house on Maple Street in a quiet suburb outside Cleveland, the same house I've lived in since 1962, when Tom and I bought it with a VA loan and dreams bigger than our pockets. The paint is peeling now, the porch steps creak like old bones, and the garden I once tended so carefully is mostly dandelions and wild mint. But the house still stands, and so do I. Most days now I wake before the sun. The bed feels too wide, the sheets cold on the side where Tom used to sleep. He passed 12 years ago, heart attack, quick and quiet in his sleep. Our daughter Sarah followed 5 years later, breast cancer that came back meaner the second time. My son Michael, well, he lives in Seattle with his family. We talk on the phone every couple of months. He sends pictures of the grandkids, but they don't know my voice the way children should know their grandmothers. I don't blame him. Life moves fast when you're young. I make coffee the same way I always have. Black, no sugar, in the blue mug with the chicked rim. I carry it to the living room window and watch the street. The neighborhood has changed. Young families moved in, then moved out. Kids on scooters gave way to teenagers in cars, then silence. The mailman still comes, mostly bills and catalogs I throw away unopened. Sometimes a neighbor waves. Mrs. Ramirez next door brings me tamales at Christmas. She's kind, but she has her own life. This morning I sat in my armchair, the one with the faded floral pattern, and thought about the things I used to care about so fiercely. The list is long, but shorter now. I used to care desperately about being liked. In my 20s and 30s, I worried if the other wives at church thought my potluck casserole was good enough, if my dress was too plain, if my laugh was too loud. I spent hours rehearsing conversations in my head, trying to say the right thing. One day, around 65, I realized most people weren't thinking about me at all. They were too busy worrying about themselves. That was freeing. I stopped performing. I used to care about having a spotless house. Tom teased me about it, called me Sergeant Eleanor when I dusted the tops of door frames. After he died and Sarah got sick, the dust gathered. I let it. The house wasn't dirty, it was lived in. Fingerprints on the windows from when the grandkids visited years ago, a coffee ring on the table from Tom's last morning. I keep them now, like photographs. I used to care about what people thought of my choices. When I went back to school at 42 to become a librarian, friends whispered that I was too old, that I should stay home. When I refused to move to assisted living after Tom died, Michael said it wasn't safe. I told him safety wasn't the point anymore. Living was. I still drive to the library twice a week, not to work, just to sit among the books and smell the paper. The young librarians smile at me like I'm fragile. I'm not. I'm stubborn. I used to care about time, rushing from one errand to the next, checking clocks, making lists. Now time stretches and folds. An hour watching cardinals at the feeder feels the same as a whole afternoon. I don't hurry anymore. If I want to sit on the porch until the streetlights come on, I do. If I want to reread the same novel for the 3rd time this year, I do. The world won't stop if Eleanor Mayfield moves slowly. I used to care about being remembered. I wanted my name on plaques, my children to speak of me with pride, strangers to know I existed. After Sarah died, I stopped writing letters to distant cousins. I stopped updating the photo albums. Who will look at them? Michael, maybe, one rainy afternoon after I'm gone? Or no one. It doesn't sting like it used to. I existed. That's enough. And yes, I used to care about being alone. The silence used to press against my chest like a weight. Nights were the worst. Bed too big, house too quiet, memories too loud. I cried until there was nothing left to cry. Then one evening, sitting here in this same chair, I looked at the empty room and thought, this is it. This is my life now. No one is coming to fill it. And strangely, the ache loosened. I still miss them, Tom's low chuckle, Sarah's quick texts, even Michael's distracted voice on the phone, but the missing doesn't own me anymore. I care about small things these days, the way the light hits the oak tree in the front yard at sunset, the taste of fresh bread from the bakery down the street, the feel of a warm blanket on my knees. I care about being kind when I can, thanking the cashier, smiling at the boy who mows my lawn for $10, even though I could do it myself if my back allowed. I care about waking up each morning and deciding to keep going. People ask me sometimes, in that careful way younger folks do, if I'm lonely. I tell them yes, sometimes, but loneliness isn't the same as despair. It's just part of the weather now. It passes. One day you'll understand this. Maybe not at 88, maybe sooner, maybe later. You'll look around and realize the things you spent years chasing, approval, perfection, more stuff, more likes, more proof that you mattered, don't weigh anything at the end. You'll stop carrying them. You'll feel lighter. You'll sit by a window with a cup of coffee and watch the world go by, and for the first time in decades, you'll smile at how simple it all is. I'm not afraid anymore. Not of the quiet, not of tomorrow, not even of the day the quiet becomes permanent. I've lived, I've loved, I've lost, and here I am, still breathing, still watching the birds, still drinking coffee from a chipped mug. One day you won't care about so many things, and when that day comes, you'll wonder why you ever did. Until then, be kind to yourself. The years have a way of teaching you gently, or at once. That's my story, or what's left of it.